Where are we?
Halfway, baby. Halfway. Halfway. Oh no. Okay. I'm going this side.
Hikers hike the Bibbulmun all the time. I just like running a little bit more than I like hiking.
Bye, Erika.
Hello! So good. I'd just done the Larapinta actually. That's a 4-day stage run and I really enjoyed doing it over multiple days. So I was Googling longer trails in Australia and one that popped up in the top 10 was the Bib. Oh my gosh. Check this out. And I was like, wow, it's a big track in my backyard. Oh, it'll be a big adventure. So I thought it'd be great.
How far are you running altogether?
Back to Kalamunda.
Oh really?
You're running to Kalamunda.
Yeah.
How long will it take you to do that?
Maybe 11 or 12 days.
Alright. Wow, well done.
Well, hopefully.
But the Bib is just this natural progression. She doesn't like competition. And yet there's an underlying competitive current. Like, you know, are you going to set the record? Oh, I'm not thinking about it. Yeah, right.
Erika, after about, what, 75 Ks? 83 kilometres.
So it's the end of the first day. Eating some chips. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And this is the view. 99K done. See you tomorrow.
How would we introduce the Loris? Gosh, well,
Can I just interrupt?
please. That hasn't stopped you so far.
So when you put all our initials together, it spells out camper. So Christy, Andrea, Mike, Phil, Erika, Roberta, and then we had Mark, and we called them question mark and exclamation mark.
We just saw it as this massive task that Erika had to do. It was probably a month out and she was like, yeah, I'm doing it. If you can come support me, I'll just take whatever I can get.
I found out because she called me, she's like, hey, I need some med supplies. I'm like, what are you talking, like heavy drugs or like just bandages kind of thing?
Yeah, I don't think there was no kind of plan other than Erika did some training and then the logistics started to sort of dawn on her.
I don't think she knew as much as she thought she did. It was definitely more relaxed than I would have planned it.
Mike brought his maps. And so eventually we had all these maps along our wall of the Bibbulmun Track.
Yeah, so this is mainly like a crew Bible.
Correct, it's the crew Bible. I'm an analytic and I love doing analytical things.
We call him the Bibbulmun because he's got his Bible.
And then everyone in the family has their strengths where like Mark brings a lot of happy energy. Christy would drop anything, even with all of her kids. Mikey is like the energizer buddy. She knew Mum would be that maternal and be there to support her. Erika knew that everyone would play to their strengths. She didn't have to go and specifically say, can you do this, can you do that?
Hey, you're working hard or hardly working? I don't think we knew what was ahead of us. It was just one of those key moments when everyone, no matter what they're doing in their busy lives, just kind of put that on hold and we all focused on helping Erika through this run.
Are you gonna have your pancake?
Probably not. Do you want my pancakes?
Erika, are you sure you don't want anything solid?
I'm good, thank you. I was just eating the nut.
See you guys later. Erika! Good luck!
The Loris definitely have a pretty solid competitive streak in them. Even though she's quite quiet and very humble, there definitely is a competitive aspect to go out there and set the fastest time.
I thought anywhere between 12 and 14 days because Bernadette did it in 14 days and then Shane did it in 12 days.
I was like, yeah, I think you can do it in 10 to 12.
It was never going to be an easy run. It's a tough slog down there.
Just following Erika all day. Run, Erika! Come on, Erika, get up the hill.
I was always thinking about how can we get her a little bit further without her kind of thinking too much about it. You kind of make up little reasons why going further is a good idea. She would get frustrated with me because I'd be like, yeah, we got pretty far to the next spot. So I'd play that role.
Give it a nice little break. Before we paddle across the inlet.
So excited. This was the best.
Looking forward to this section for a while?
Yes, I'm just glad to be out of those hills.
Let's do it.
Paddle, mate, paddle.
Just a nice stroll by the bay. Yeah, some cold water if you'd like.
That was a much longer section.
Like, just make it a bit wet.
Is the full one mine?
You want some pickle juice?
Yeah.
Yeah, sit there for a little bit, hey?
Dry them out.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, sit.
And what sort of socks would
Just
you
take like a 20-minute break, get some water in,
Yep.
because we ran out of water a bit towards the end there.
Oh, do you know it's just like the thing that you just want? Like, just like...
Oh, hey. Well, you want some under there?
Wow. Just right out. Being out on the track was quite good because I never felt like I was in a race. It was just going out there and enjoying the day, looking at all the different scenery. It was really pretty and you're kind of just keen to take it all in.
The Bibbulmun Track is known to be like a sister trail to the Appalachian Trail. It has all the huts about 20 k's apart along the way, so it's an amazing resource in Western Australia. There's a lot of obstacles that you need to overcome, but that's what makes it extra special.
Some beautiful beaches, lots of sand, then there's some big trees. Lots of snakes everywhere. The fatigue kind of dialed down the adrenaline, and so after like a few you're kind of just like, oh well. I wasn't ever really looking at my watch, other than to aid stations where I knew people would be.
How you doing?
Right, get in there.
Is she alive?
Get those toes in there, top of those toes.
Yeah. Erika, get that off.
Erika's focusing on the breath.
Last. Give me
That's it. Focus on the breath.
Stop.
Mike, she's in the zone. She's in the zone.
Oh, right, that's... Morning of day 3. Feeling a little stiff, but check out where it started. In the mornings it was nice to just wake up on the trail and get my legs going.
We're about 56 minutes in and 7k's done. We've been going up a hill for quite a bit. Like I'd never paced before. I didn't even know what that was. I was supposed to do 45k's and starting out with her, she was doing 5:30s and I was like, I cannot do this.
On the first 2 days, it was the support people that were the bigger concern than the athlete.
Mark, make sure you follow the waggles.
The pointy end.
Point Mark.
I was just going to do 10k's.
Yeah. Mark was like battling at the end. I was just waiting for him to be like, tough and I'm having a bad day.
I remember thinking to myself, don't you fucking dare complain because she has not said a word.
We love you, Mark! I mean, he was only supposed to do, I think, like 10 or 20, and he ended up doing about 40.
Hey Mark, how you feeling?
I'll still claim the longest support leg for the bib run.
And we got Erika here. Last beach. You gonna miss it? Definitely not. You happy to be done with the beach section?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, pretty.
Bye beach. Woo. What are we skirting?
The water.
That, we are skirting that.
Skirting the lovely water. The last 8K on the third day was just water. We skirted.
Take a bow, Erika.
Kind of felt like you were in Lord of the Rings. Oh, I don't know if we can skirt that bad boy.
Let's have a look. Yeah.
You got it?
Well,
Okay, you're gonna...
I think this is the end of the road for this guy.
Oh, it's like really in
You're gonna have to climb through the trees.
between my legs.
You ready?
I'm not sure about that.
Looking pretty snaky in there.
Yeah, don't do it.
Starting to get the feet wet. Woo! Come on, Erika. You know what? You stay on the trail. Stay in the very middle. It's the trail. And it'll be very nice. What do we love?
Water! Don't fall into a puddle.
Sunset on the last, or the third day.
I'm not lost.
Not close to.
And we finished and we were in good spirits, and then the next day we was back out into it. So, day 4, we are hiking through a forest. Look like this. A whole lot of that. About 50k in. And I've got tripped over by multiple trees. Went through a lot of puddles. Probably not having my most fun time right now. But on the upside, it feels like it's about 100 degrees and we are walking through pretty trees. So that is a win. Just Erika, this is for you in case you ever think that it was all fun. Sometimes it wasn't.
What's it like being a middle child in your family?
Oh, I mean, you just like, not fight, but like kind of sit back and try and fit yourself in where you can.
Trying to find the right words. Like Andrea and Christy were very good athletes. And swimming was sort of the key sport and surf lifesaving. And Erika probably wasn't quite as strong at those. But then when running came in, right from primary school, then Erika shone. It just evolved. Her first unusual race was the Swiss Alps Marathon. And then she just started doing unique things. The lady that interviewed her asked her, would you think of turning professional? She's like, nah.
Erika is trucking along pretty damn well. Torrential rain.
I told a few friends, I was like, oh, this is what I'm planning to do just for fun. And they're like, just for fun? You should fundraise. And I was like, yeah, I've always wanted to fundraise.
In 2016, I started to go through depression and had a lot of suicidal ideation. Erika kind of had great insight and found these opportunities. Like, Dad loves this. He loves running. He loves being out into nature.
I thought, if I'm going to do this, may as well do it for a good reason. I thought the Blue Tree Foundation was just a great idea in terms of Blue Tree. You can start off a good conversation.
Let's see it. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Where are we?
Halfway, baby.
Say something profound.
I'm right where I'm meant to be. In the middle. Actually, I'd rather be here, but...
Hurry up, go.
Kyle, to me, he just showed up as another person coming to just be involved.
I think I'd just run a fair bit of section and I'd run out of some supplies. I was like, oh man, like I was really excited to see someone.
So I get a call from Mike. He's like, where are you? I said, no, where's Carl? I'm like, Carl was supposed to be there. And he had everything in the support crew, like all of Erika's drinks and food. So then I rushed into Pemberton, grabbed a bunch of stuff. Then I went to the next access point. And then eventually, like, Kyle shows up. Dude, what's going on?
Yeah, I buggered up. Missed a checkpoint. Felt pretty rotten about it, but just trying to take some shortcuts that weren't so short.
Kyle came out and ran with me a fair bit.
We were running, I was like, wow, Eric, like he's
Yeah,
pretty fine.
Looking strong.
And you get that smile, you're like, ah.
People kept saying things, but I was like, don't really notice, but like, kind of got to run here.
You didn't have any extra incentive for this one?
No, just happy to help out.
Big smiles?
Yeah.
Anything you need?
Definitely.
What do you need there? Oh, God, did you bring all that yourself?
He was like minding his relationship building. And then towards the end, he was like totally ignoring us and tending to Erika. You'd go, we'll get this. He's like, no, I'm on it.
I felt like when Kyle got there, my job got easier.
Definitely.
Because he just like kind of took over and was just like this knight in shining armor almost. One morning she was like, no, I'm gonna do the next section by myself. And Kyle was like, oh, are you sure you wanna do the next section by yourself? And she was like, oh, but if you want to come like that, and I was like, no.
It was almost like I was around, you know how Bambi has the Twitter painted?
Don't know why this is being such a highlight.
During the aid stations, all the hikers sitting there, and I said, we've got the firemen from the firemen's calendar coming through, and they go, firemen from the firemen's calendar? Here's Kyle. And then when Erika, she was just kind of put off to the side because they really wanted to meet Kyle.
You done there, bud? I don't know, I'm a fiery for the day. Yay!
He saw what he wanted and just was like, I want Erika Lori.
How's your morning started?
Really wet.
Oh.
Literally through tree tunnels.
Bugger. You need a change?
Wasn't sure what the whole go was. And I don't think I'm special. Like, I think he's just one of the nicest people that you will ever meet.
It's just an interim. Just to say g'day.
And before you know it, you're walking on air.
We caught up again a few times, and then he finally kissed me after like ages.
Here we are, rolling into Diamond River Village. Day 6.
Hi. You're adorable.
I saw a photo of Erika come through, and I remember looking at it and being like, wow, is there a filter on that photo?
It started in the mornings. I was just noticing a bit of facial swelling. So I was like, maybe it's just from a little bit of hay fever.
Could cool you down a bit if you're warm.
I'm not warm just yet.
Yeah, okay.
So that's for later.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move as much as I can before it gets hot.
Yeah, definitely.
Then it kind of progressively kept getting worse, and during the day, it would kind of go from my face down to my legs. Look, ready, John? Oh, they don't even jiggle that well. They look like they're just muscling.
I was concerned about the possibility of going into renal failure because of the muscle breakdown.
So, yeah. Got that one on film. How do you feel about that? Adversity is your middle name?
I baked into trees up until now.
And she still had 4 or 5 days to go. And so we're like, this is, you know, you are putting yourself at serious risk. I know, we're all a bit crazy, I'm like, you've committed so much.
You're nearly there.
Nearly somewhere.
That's right. Ciao.
With multi-day events, it's so much more than just what's there and then, because you need to be thinking ahead of fueling for the next day. And if you start getting that wrong, you can really fall apart.
Can I go down to the water?
Corey, her coach, and myself, we both knew that nutrition was probably going to be one of Erika's weak points. She historically, through training, hadn't been really well renowned for eating a lot.
The bib, I knew that was something different that I hadn't focused on at all. I tried to have as much variety as possible, but you still kind of get sick of it.
One of those like square ones.
She didn't choose to listen to me very often, was the funny thing. I would be like, yeah, I think you need to eat more protein and this and that. She'd be like, nah. And I was like, okay, whatever. We have a rule around the house, which is lorries don't listen to lorries, so.
Maybe take a bit, just like chill and eat some food now.
There's so much going on. Everyone's like, you're just running and all that, but there's so much to look at and so many other things that take your attention away in those moments.
Okay, you didn't drink anything.
By the time you kind of get into those states, it's almost too late.
We tried to calories a bit. I intercepted her and Mike, and they were both looking pretty flat. She was actually quite dizzy and a little bit sort of out of it. I could also see that she wasn't eating enough, and just made that a really big focus.
Got some reinforcements, it's going to be great.
Yeah, I'll bring some energy to the team. Liven it up.
If you're prepared to put your body into this situation where you're doing day after day, huge Ks, and you're not eating, like, what can you expect of your body? Like, you have to fuel it.
Right.
He was quite good at encouraging me. He's like, just have another one.
She was like, you need to be drinking more, you need to be doing, like, eating more food, blah, blah, blah. And she goes, great idea, Shane. I was like, thanks, Shane.
You're alive! Here we go.
She's killing it.
You've made us so happy. What did you do?
Happy.
She's killing it. She's smashing.
Hey! Sounded like thunder.
She was starting to get tired.
And just the accumulation of kilometres.
It just took her a lot longer to get that last 20 or 30K.
It was like finishes at 11:30 at night, and then getting off the track, going somewhere, having a very quick sleep, and then waking up, getting back to the track, and then going again.
I wasn't too sure how she would bounce back from that.
Day number 10. Yep, you're off.
A few of the last days, it's going to be 110, 115K days, and we're like, oh, I guess we'll just deal with that when we get to it.
I was actually a little bit worried. We still had like over 200 kilometers left.
How you going now?
Great. Everything flies. It's like 100 degrees.
Ready, let's see your pack.
It doesn't matter.
How many we got in there?
I was definitely there for moral support more than anything. I would try to take the longer stretches where assistance was less and just be there, you know, so she's not running alone.
Hey there. Everywhere.
You have to know Erika to know when she's really struggling, and I think that was definitely her low point.
The highest but low point. Highest low point. It's so hot and there's so many flies. Oh, my feet as well.
There's a nice view.
Oh. This road. You go through ups and downs, and sometimes it's going to take forever. Once you're out there and you're kind of moving, every step you're getting closer.
You can't do that on your own.
A couple kilometres out, you would yell like cooey to aid stations, and I was like, is it cooey time yet? Like, are they going to be around? Look at you! How's everyone doing? Good. Thanks for coming.
Her main concern when she was running along was other people's welfare or how they're enjoying the experience.
I had the easy job. I reckon the sports crews, they had the harder job following me around. Did they make it? Yeah. And I was like almost nearly crying in my brain because my legs were like cooked, and I was like, sorry guys, I'm like the worst company right now. They all stepped up and did more than I ever expected.
Back off.
I don't think I'll sit down too much.
Yeah. Stay standing up.
Hey, a few quick things. We're gonna put some sunscreen on.
They just wanted to join. It was like a nucleus forming.
Like Ray that showed up.
Got to show them like what the trail was about.
Whether it was her brothers and sisters, it was people that you knew or didn't know.
It reminded me while I was out there doing it. It was just good because I could be myself, and it made it fun.
And it was good to be asked more of, because then you got to be part of this bigger thing altogether.
We've reached our second last checkpoint for day 10.
Have you got a spare?
Morning of the last day.
It was almost scary watching it like in the back end, because personally you know what it's like to be out there and digging deep.
It's very tight in here.
You got this, Erika. 57 to go. It's the first 943 that kill you.
They were finding extra bits out of her that maybe she didn't even know were there.
How's it going, guys?
She put her legs up. Oh, it's been a long 10 days.
Yes, I bet.
Nutrition-wise, what do you need?
You're almost there. You can do it. You're doing amazing.
My legs.
Doing so well.
My legs. Crashing it.
Got legs as fresh as day one here.
Oh, yes.
High five!
It was looking like, oh, the end's kind of in sight. And I was like, may as well just finish it off.
I've never seen her move that slow in my life.
You could almost hear like a slushing sound.
We had a friend, John, out there.
He said, put down all your phones and look up at the sky.
It was nice to just stop and take a minute and appreciate just all the effort and energy.
And here we go. Amazing Erika Lori.
You put it all into perspective, just being out in the bush for that long, it was amazing.
All right, we go on, we go on, we go on.
And I think we all celebrated like we achieved it too.
And it got her right in the eye. She started crying. She didn't even care. She was just like, oh my eye, like that. And she was just like, I don't care, I made it. Like she was fine.
Having the time, energy and like everything lining up to be able to do something like that, it's a once in a lifetime thing. Having like family and friends come out on the track and just being able to share that with them. I was very grateful that they were out there.
I think she was really good about taking moments and absorbing the whole thing.
For me, it was just the spontaneous nature. I think in today's society, we try to control things too much. And so I think this was just so beautiful. It just unfolded day by day, sometimes minute by minute. The universe was allowed to be itself for 10 days.
Who are we going to see? Here she comes.
Oh, she's
Come on, quickly.
The connectedness that it brought all of our families together from all around the world.
We say she's the glue that binds the family.
It's rekindled everyone's love and spirit for adventure. Mike's now doing ultras up through the mountains. Christy's starting to do her first ultras. Andrea's getting back on the trails. I'm getting back into rock climbing. And then Mum and Dad are now hiking the Bibbulmun Track.
We're such beach people. And to discover this has been sitting in our backyard for the whole time.
Lots of people asked if like someone were to go out and beat it, would I go out and do it again? No, I'm good.